Hi everyone, welcome to the Dataholics YouTube channel. And in today's video, we are going to continue the SQL series. And the topic of today's video will be subqueries in SQL, right? So subquery, as the name suggests, it's a query inside another query. So there is a big query in which we are trying to accomplish some task or do some analysis. And inside that big query, we have a small query, right? So to understand this topic very well, I have created two different tables. First table is called departments table, in which we have three columns: department ID, then department name, and then department budget, right? And inserted three records only for reference, right? So like this. And the second table is employees table, in which we have a few columns like employee ID, which is the primary key, employee name, salary of the employee, department ID, right? So this department ID is nothing but the foreign key to the departments table department ID column, right? So this is a common column between both the table to join or to relate both these tables, right? And in the employees table, I have again inserted four records for reference, wherein we have the employee ID, the name of the employee, the salary of the employee, and then their department ID, right? So if I want to show you both the tables, they are like this, right? If you can see this output. So these are both the tables, department table and the employee table. Now, let's say there is a question which is asked to us in the interview, or you have to do some analysis in which this is required, right? So let's say if someone asks us to get the department having the highest budget, department having the highest budget. So if I see the department table, since it is a very small table, only three rows are there, we can manually see that the department engineering is having the highest budget, which is 100,000, right? That is 1 lakh, right? So, but let's say there is a large table, thousands of records are there or hundreds of records are there. I think we cannot manually see that. So we have to use a formula. We have to use some functions, or we have to put a query to SQL. So to get the department having the highest budget, we can simply use this query, select maximum. Maximum is an aggregate function in SQL. Department budget is the column name for the column from which I have to get the maximum value from the table name departments, correct? So if I run this, I will get the department with the maximum budget, that is 1 lakh. If I have to see the department having the highest budget, then what I have to do is I have to write a query like this: select, that means to print, to display the department ID from departments table, where, if I write it manually, where department budget is equal to 1 lakh. Correct? So what this will do, this will help me to get the department ID with the maximum budget, that is 1 lakh. So if I run this query, we will get the output as department ID 3. Instead of department ID only, let's say if I also want to see the department name, so I will also write it into the select query like this, right? So select department ID, the department name from departments table where department budget is equal to 1 lakh. So if I run this whole query, so we will get the department ID and the department like this. But this is a very manual approach. This is a very static query. This is not dynamic. What I mean by that is, let's say there are few more records added or updated into the table. Over the period, the company has introduced new departments or updated their budget, right? So obviously the maximum value might change. But since I have written it manually, 1 lakh, it will not change automatically. So we have to think of such solution which is dynamic. What I mean by that is, if the maximum budget of any department is updated or any new department is introduced whose budget is more than 1 lakh, the query should be in such a way that it should fetch the maximum budget, right? And we already know that this is the query to get the maximum budget from the departments table. So what I will do, I will replace this 1 lakh with this query, which will help me to fetch the maximum budget of the departments. And I will put this query into a small bracket, which will act like a subquery. So see, this is the larger query. Inside this query, in the where clause, I have put this smaller query, which will help me to get the maximum budget of the department. Now, what will happen through this subquery is, this query will dynamically, at the real time, while execution, it will fetch the maximum department of any budget. So even if the budget is updated or any new department is introduced with the higher budget, this will automatically get the maximum budget in the real time. Correct? So if I now run this query, we will get the exactly same output. The department ID is 3 and the department name is engineering. But now this query is more dynamic, real time, right? I hope you got the solution. And if you have any doubt, put that into the comment section. So this was the solution for the first question, correct? So step by step, if I just break it down. So first step is to get the maximum budget from the departments table. And then in the where clause, use that as a subquery, right? So let's see some more examples to understand subqueries very well. Now let's say to get the department name and the budget, which has more budget than overall company budget. Okay, so see, understand this question very well. Okay, let's first see the department table. This is the department table. So this is the department budget column. Let's say this is the overall data of the company and it has only 3 departments as of now. So the average budget of the company will be, how do I get the average budget of the company? By using average aggregate function. Average department underscore budget, which is the column name from departments table. Right? So this will help me to get the department average budget of the overall company, that is 75,000. Correct? Now this is the part, and the question says to get the department which has more budget than overall company budget. That means again what I have to find is select asterisk all the columns from departments table where department budget is greater than or equal to, let's say, 75,000. Why 75,000? Because 75,000 is the average company budget. So by this query, I will be able to answer this question. To get the department's name and the budget, which has more budget than overall company budget. They are asking for only department name and budget. So instead of asterisk, I will write department name, the columns which they are asking for, comma, department budget. Right? I hope that makes sense. If I run this query, we will see we have 2 departments, sales and engineering, which has the budget equal to or greater than average company budget. But again, there is a problem that this solution is static. 75,000 is a fixed value. It will not update in the real time if the department budget is dated or if any new department is introduced in the company. Again, to make this solution more dynamic, what we can do is we can write, instead of 75,000, we can put this as a subquery. The query to calculate the average company budget. We can use that query to calculate average company budget in the real time. So what this will do, at the time of execution, it will help me to calculate average company's budget. Right? If I run this query, you will see we have engineering department, because here we have only used greater than. If I use greater than or equal to also, we will get the similar result. It depends upon the use case whether we have to see greater than or greater than equal to. Right? So I hope this solution makes sense. Again, this is the big query, larger query, and inside that large query, we have this as a subquery. Correct? I hope that makes sense. And if you have any doubt, again, put it in the comment section. Let's discuss over there. Right? So these are 2 questions. Now let us see some more examples, some more complex examples actually. Okay, let's select the employee whose salary is greater than overall average salary of all employees. Okay, again, I have to first let us see the employee table. Select all the columns from employee table. Okay, this is wrong. Right? If I run this query, we will be able to see the employees table. Okay, as of now, we have 2 columns, correct? Then select employee name, select the employee whose salary is greater than overall average salary. Again, we will do the same thing. If I have to calculate the average salary of employees, so I will write select AVG, average aggregate function, salary column. Okay, I think there is some misunderstanding here. This table has been updated due to some purpose. Let us delete the table and create it again. Right. So what I will do, I will just quickly drop the table, drop table employee. Okay, it's not employee, it's basically employees. That was the challenge. Okay. My apologies. So this is the table which I'm going to use, right? Okay, 4 records are there, right? And so select average. What I will do, salary from employees table. There is another table in my database called employee also. That was the issue, right? So see, we can see the average salary of overall all the employees is 57,500, correct? But what I have to do, select the employees whose salary is greater than this. Again, the query is very simple. I will write select asterisk from employees where salary is greater than or equal to whatever is the use case, 75,000. Oh, sorry, 57,500. So this will be the solution. If I run this, you will see that these are the two employees whose salary is greater than or equal to 57,500, which is the average salary of all the employees. But again, this is a static query. We have to make this dynamic. So instead of 57,500, I will write this query, which is helpful to calculate average salary of all the employees, right? So that is the better solution. That is a dynamic approach. If I run this, we will again have same output. Here we are only selecting the employee name and the salary. You can also see the department name or whatever you want. Okay, I think that's sufficient, and that's helpful for you guys to understand subqueries briefly. Now let us see one more example. Retrieve the employees in a department with the highest budget. Okay, now this question has two things. We have to calculate the department with the highest budget, as we have done already done above, right? This is the solution for that. And after getting the department with the highest budget, we have to find the employees in that department also, right? So what I will do, so let's break the solution very carefully, stepwise. Let's see that. So first, what I will do, I will calculate the maximum department budget. Okay, so this is the maximum department budget, 1 lakh. Then I will, from the departments table, I will find the department where department budget is equal to 1 lakh. So let's say, okay, this is the department engineering and the ID is 3. Then what we have to do, we have to find the employees where department ID is equal to 3, because this is the department with the highest budget. So to get the employees in the department having the maximum budget is this. So finally, this is the solution. But again, these 3 queries are static. So what I will do is, instead of writing 3 here, what I will do, select all the columns from employees table where department ID is equal to. Now, inside a subquery, I will write the query to get the department having the maximum budget. Basically, ID, department ID is equal to. So inside this subquery, the output should be a department ID, right? A single value. So what I can do is select department ID from departments table where the maximum budget, the department budget is equal to 1 lakh, where the department budget is equal to 1 lakh. Now this can be the solution. Okay, if I run this now, see, we are getting the same solution, same output. But again, this 1 lakh is again static. So to replace this 1 lakh dynamically, we can again create a subquery inside this subquery. I hope you are getting that, right? So see, first I want to see the employees where department ID is equal to 3. 3 is replaced by this subquery. Now 1 lakh will be replaced by another query, which will help me to calculate the maximum department budget. And this is that query. So if you approach this solution stepwise, that's very easy. So see, if I run this query now, if you want to see this query, so this is the query. If I run this whole query now, you will see that we are getting employee ID 1, John Smith, 60,000 is the salary and department ID is 3. Correct? So this is a subquery inside another subquery inside the main query. But after approaching this problem statement stepwise, I think that's very clear. If you're not able to get it, please watch the video again, watch this part especially again, twice or thrice maybe, but understand this solution very well because that's very easy, right? So this is the solution. I hope that's easy, that's understandable, right? So this was another example. Let's do some more example. For example, find the employees with the second highest salary. Okay. Now this question can be solved with using window function. If you do not know about window function in SQL, check my playlist. I have created a full-fledged video for window function understanding and their examples also. And also I have solved many questions from the interview perspective in another playlist. So you can check that videos also to understand window function very well. But right now we are studying about subquery. So let us solve this question using subqueries. What I can do is, so see, find the employees with the second highest salary. So what I'm going to do is, first I will calculate the maximum salary, right? Then I will write select top one. Select top one, that means the first record from the top, from the employees table where salary is just less than maximum salary. And overall sorting the data in descending order. What happens by this is, so see, if I run this query, select all records from employees. Now, if I write where salary is less than the maximum salary, so out of this column, if I see the maximum salary, it is 70,000. Where salary is less than 70,000, which is the value from this subquery. If I run this query, this will be the output. Now, let us sort this data order by salary in descending order. So what will happen by this is, it will remove the person with the highest salary, that is 70,000. All others are left. And then I am sorting the data in descending order of salary. So the person with the second highest salary will come on the top. Understand it again. I am removing the person with the highest salary by this where clause, where salary is less than 70,000, which is the maximum salary. I am removing the person with the highest salary. All other records will be there. After that, I am sorting the data in descending order of salary so that the person with the second highest salary, that is just below 70,000, will come on the top. And at the end, this will be the output. And after this, what I will do, I have to select the person with the second highest salary. So I will write top one. Give me only one record from the top. See, this is giving me the person with the second highest salary, that is 60,000. Now, let's say if the question was find the employee with the find the employees who are earning second and the third highest salary, basically, right? So instead of top one, I could have done top two, because the highest salary will be removed from by here. Then the data will be sorted in descending order of salary. And after that, if I select top two records, it will give me the person with the second highest salary and the third highest salary. Like this. See, this is the output. I hope that makes sense. But again, only challenge in this query is that 70,000. It's a static value. So to remove this, I will use subquery. Salary is less than, inside a bracket, I will write select max of salary from employees table. Right now, this query is dynamic and it will give me the desired output. I hope that's very easy and understandable for all of you, right? And if there is any doubt again, put that in comment. Let's discuss over there. Right. So I hope these are the few examples which will help you to understand subqueries in SQL very well. And in case if you want any other topic to be covered in SQL, please comment or tell us anyways, so that we can make videos on that topic and stay updated with the Dataholics YouTube channel, because we are going to create a full-fledged playlist with examples, with interview questions related to SQL, especially for data analytics, business analytics, and overall in general SQL or database, right? So thank you for watching this video till the end. Hope you have a great time learning SQL. Thank you.